Hi, so a big reason why a lot of people aren't able to fully commit to quitting smoking, it's not because there's a big shift that needs to be happening in your mindset. That's got nothing to do with actually quitting smoking. That isn't a part of it, obviously, but a more important part of this all is that you need to replace the negative habit with a positive one. And that's easier said than done, I know, but there is no way that you're ever going to change if you don't have something that's pulling you forward while something else is dragging you down. You know what I mean? You get the fucking metaphor? The idea is that you need to be fully invested and all in on a specific identity shift, right? Now, this is all just like really high level theory talk, right? But that's what it really comes down to is you need to have a goal that you're working towards that is more important than anything you got going in your life. Anything. Otherwise, it's never gonna work. Because anytime shit gets kind of hard, you're just gonna revert back to your old habits to get some kind of relief, right? And nowadays, we have so many things that relieve us instantly, right? Especially with social media, especially with fucking junk food, especially with drugs, and smoking is the biggest example of this, right? What I recommend is you get into, especially if you either smoke cigarettes or you vape, the best way to get over this is to get into combat sports. For me, it was Muay Thai, right? And the reason why I believe that's the most effective method is because I believe that the mechanism of quitting smoking and what it triggers inside of your brain and your fucking soul is very similar to what is being triggered when you quit smoking. Because they both reveal the truth about your situation and about yourself, and they both are insane forms of self discovery. Let me elaborate. So, let's say, for example, when you quit smoking, you no longer have an emotional band aid. You no longer have this emotional crutch that you can rely on anytime shit gets hard. When you're fighting, you have absolutely nothing but yourself and nobody in the world that can fight on your behalf. These are things that you need to take into your own hands. And so both quitting smoking and doing fights, competitively doing combat sports, are going to open your eyes to truths about yourself that you never knew because you've just been running away from those truths. Smoking makes you run away from those truths. Not fighting makes you run away from those truths. When you do both at the same time, first of all, quitting smoking and doing combat sports go with one another. If you want to competitively do combat sports, you can't be a smoker. It's going to fuck your cardio. It's going to fuck your way of thinking. So you just got to completely let go of that, right? And then at the same time, doing combat sports is going to make you, or quitting smoking is going to be leaving like a gap open in your life. And you're like, what am I going to do with this gap? And that's when you invest in doing something like combat sports, right? So they go hand in hand, and then the results that they give you, the fulfillment that they give you, also go hand in hand. So look, man, that's what I do is I coach people to make this transformation, to quit smoking through combat sports, to quit smoking through Muay Thai. It's my story. I smoked for 10 years. I gave it up almost 6 years ago now. Haven't smoked at all in 6 years. Completely changed my mindset and the way that I handle addictions and triggers. And what I did is I went all in Muay Thai. I've done a total, if you count my amateur fights as well, which I have 2 of, I have a total of 9 fights with many more to come. I've been fighting like every 2 months ever since I moved to Thailand full time a year ago. Dude, like this type of transformation is possible for you as well. That's what my goal is I want to help you make this transformation because it's the most effective way for you to quit smoking. And it's the most effective way for you to level up in your life and to find meaning through self-discovery by owning the hardship. All right, man, if you want to work with me, click the link down below. You can book a call for us to have a chat and see if you're a good fit. But I do want you to keep in mind that it's not an easy pill to swallow. That's not what this is about. If that's what you want, then you're not going to get it because that completely contradicts everything that I spoke about in this video. What this really comes down to is being able to own up to the hardships by using me as somebody who's going to guide you in the right direction so that you don't waste time or effort, as well as somebody who's going to redirect you every single time things go a little bit in the wrong direction, right? So I redirect you and I reboost you. And I give you many, many, many other protocols and tips that I use throughout my entire journey. Essentially, I'm going to speed run the process of you quitting and becoming a fighter. And there's going to be a whole lot of level ups that come with that. Mentally, spiritually, physically, obviously. To me, quitting smoking and becoming a fighter was one of the greatest moments of my life, even though these are multiple events, right? You can do it too, man, especially if you've watched this long. You can do it too. So click the link down below, book a call with me, and let's fucking do it. Let's make your transformation happen, bro.